The Dragon's Den right here on the campus of Southwest High School. Another big 28-5A boys basketball game here on RC Audio Sports. Robert Villafranca alongside Cesar Mendez, who will be handling the production duties. And we've got Reese Hernandez Robinson behind the cameras here tonight. So it's a great team. We're going to bring you a great game. Both these teams, Southwest and Harlandale, at 3-1 in district play. And we can't wait to bring it to you. The boys just came on the court to warm up. The Southwest JV team 77 against Harlandale Indians 61 points. So the Southwest Dragons JV squad taking the victory right here before this varsity game. Again, this is high school basketball on RC Audio Sports, our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be a billion-dollar insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez & Associates today at 210-337-1111.
I'm Casey Habe. I teach here at Southwest High School. I teach Advanced Animal Science, On-Ramps Chemistry 2, and Chemistry Honors. This is my 29th year in education and my 20th year here at Southwest, and I am also the Science Department Chair. My goals for this school year are to have my students leave the class hopefully a little smarter, a little happier. I care less about the content and more about their well-beings 95% of the time. I do want them to learn the science, but my goal is to always just make this a safe, happy place. And what I have figured out from that is that they end up learning quite a bit by having that environment. So that's my goal. My favorite thing about teaching high school is just the students in general. I love watching them grow, and I realize you can see that in elementary schools and middle schools as well. But just to turn into the young adults that they are, and the maturity level, to see that from sophomores to seniors is just amazing. And just little adults that watching them expand and grow and turn into these amazing people. That's what I love about it. When my students leave my class, I want them to feel accomplished. I want them to feel competent. And even if the concept was a little difficult to grasp, I want them to feel like they have success in something. So I try to make every day end it on a positive note. I tell them, have a great day every day when they leave. And like I said, I care less about content and more about their well-beings. And I end up getting success in the content. The advice I would give my students to be successful is patience and courage to try. We learn more from our mistakes than we learn from something we already know, because you're not going to learn anything from that. And so step out of your comfort zone and do something that challenges you, and try to find little small successes. In order to connect with my students, I think it's important to get to know them and their interests and really build a connection between them. I try to incorporate a lot of their heritage and a lot of their interests and things into my analogies in class. I use a lot of analogies, and I have to get to know them in order to do that. And by doing that, they feel very connected to the class and they feel part of a community. And then again, my content, they will understand my content when they feel safe, secure, all of those things. I think the key to being a successful teacher in today's society is patience. You have to have patience, understanding, and I go back to content is the least important. Chemistry at the end of the day is not as important as making sure that they are successful in something. So I think the challenges are just patience and just kind of understanding them. I am Casey Habe, and we are Southwest.
I've been working for Harlandale for 23 years. I'm the first person they see, and I like to work with kids. Here at Harlandale, we're a team. And when it comes to delivering the kids safely to school, We all work together and we accomplish the mission.
Join Harlandale ISD as a bus driver and become a vital part of our education community. Enjoy a fulfilling career with competitive pay starting at $19 an hour. Apply today at harlandale.net/apply.
Come be a part of the Harlandale legacy.
And we welcome you back to the Dragon's Den right here on the campus of Southwest High School. It's the Harlandale Indians who have taken this short trip over here at Southwest. The Dragons will host them today. It'll be their fifth district ball game for each of these teams. A 3-1 record they bring, respectively. They bring into tonight's contest. 3-1 Harlandale is, and 3-1 Southwest is. This is the matchup. Harlandale, coached by Eric De Los Santos. Again, their record overall 10-8, 3-1 in district play. They're giving up 62 points. They're scoring 62 points per game, giving up about 61 points per game. Those three wins for the Harlandale Indians have come against MacArthur, Wynn, and most recently McCullum. The Southwest Dragons head coach is Danny Stewart, and the Dragons' overall record this year so far is 15-7, 3-1 in district play, just like the Harlandale Indians. The Southwest Dragons are giving up 60 points. Beg your pardon. The Southwest Dragons are scoring 60 points per game. They're giving up about 52 points per game. Their three wins in district play have come against Southside, South End, and MacArthur. They've got MacArthur as a common opponent. Harlandale had to go a couple of overtimes to beat the Brahmas, and Southwest beat the Brahmas in regulation 61-49. So if the transitive property of comparisons holds up, Southwest seems to have a better win against MacArthur. The history for the Harlandale Indians, we like to take you back 3 years when these seniors were freshmen. 3 years ago, in 2023, the Indians were 21-12, finished 12-2 in district. They were district champions 3 years ago and area finalists. A couple of years ago, 16-15 overall, 9-5 in district play. That was good enough for a third-place finish and were eliminated in the by-district round. Last year, again, into the playoffs, 19-12 overall, 10-6 in district. That was good enough for a fourth-place finish, and they were eliminated in the by-district round by the Jefferson Mustangs. Let's take a look a little bit at some of the impact players for the Harlandale Indians. Let's look at Ethan De La Rosa is a junior. He leads the team in scoring. Ethan De La Rosa leads the team in scoring with 18 points per game. Braylon Tovar is a senior, leads the team in rebounding, 8 rebounds per game, and Jeremiah Rodriguez leads the team in assists and steals, 5 assists per game and 2 steals per game. So those are the impact players for the Harlandale Indians. We're going to take a real short break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Southwest Dragons.
Ready! Set! Go! It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
And we welcome you back. This is RC Audio Sports on YouTube. You have found us while you're here. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time that we go live. Before we get too far into our stream, I would like to say hello to James David Lewis. It's not clear to me whether he is in Kentucky and will be watching this game, or whether he has family in Kentucky and he is making sure that the Bluegrass State knows about this game. We appreciate James David Lewis, your follows on social media and helping us spread the word when we stream. If we had Molly Tuttle or Patty Loveless, we'd put it on our stream, but YouTube has its copyright rules, and so we won't challenge them. But hello to those watching in the Bluegrass State. The Southwest Dragons, the history, let's go back 3 years, 14-18. They finished in 2023, 6-8 in district play, and that was good enough for fourth. They made it into the playoffs and were eliminated in the by-district round. A couple of years ago, a 30-win season, 31-4. They were 14-0, a district championship. Just a couple of years ago, both the Harlandale Indians and the Southwest Dragons have a district championship under their belts in the last 3 years. For the Dragons, it was 2 years ago. And they made it to the playoffs, got to area, and were eliminated by Wagner in the area round. Last year, 22-15. 10-6 in district, good enough for third, but they went 3 rounds deep into the playoffs. They went further than any other 28-5A school in basketball, and were eliminated in the regional semifinal round. So you've got a couple of teams here that are rich in history and tradition, great culture, and they're just regulars in postseason play. Well, who gets them there this year? Let's look at some of the Dragons' impact players. We'll start off with Nikolai Martinez, 10 points per game. He leads the team in that category. You've got Elijah Summers. He's a junior, as Nikolai is as well. Elijah Summers is a junior, a big presence. He'll play inside, he'll play outside. He can handle the ball. He will dish. If Coach Stewart needs somebody to post up, then he's first up there. He leads the team in 7 rebounds per game. He was the RC Audio Sports Reader's Choice preseason MVP selection. So a lot of expectations, high expectations for Elijah Summers. And then finally, Jonathan Gomez, a sophomore, 4 assists per game, 2 steals per game. He leads the team in both of those categories. The Southwest Dragons probably, I'm going to say, just a little bit ahead of schedule. A very young team. They've got 1 senior on their roster, and that would be forward Austin Diggs. He wears 0 on his jersey. The rest of the team made up of sophomores and juniors, and here they are, in the mix. 3 wins, 1 loss, and contending for a district championship and playoff contention. I'm going to say that the Dragons are probably a little bit ahead of schedule, and Danny Stewart, the head coach for the Dragons, certainly not going to contest that. He's happy to be here, maybe sooner than some people observing the Dragons thought they would be. Again, the Southwest Dragons, 3 wins. They have 1 loss to John Jay. That was a 44-43 game. So the Southwest Dragons. The Southwest Dragons have 1 loss. They've lost to the 4-0 John Jay Mustangs, and that came by a single point. So the Dragons are contending, and they want to be in the conversation for district championships. Speaking of John Jay, we streamed John Jay at South San just this past Saturday, and the player of the game for that game was Elijah Hubbard. Had a great game, a double-double, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and was shooting at an adjusted field goal percentage of 50%. Beat the South San Bobcats 56-54 in that game. It was a great game. It's up on our channel. You want to go back and watch it. It was certainly an entertaining game, and congratulations to Elijah Hubbard of the John Jay Mustangs. Tonight we're going to watch Elijah Summers of the Southwest Dragons, and the rest of the Dragon crew. The Harlandale Indians have brought a 3-1 team here to the Dragons Den, and we are thrilled to bring you this game. The boys are headed to their benches. We're going to take a very short break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be $1 billion insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, Don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of light, 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 light. Oh, 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 oh.
And we bring you back to the Dragon's Den here at Southwest High School. The Harlandale Indians have taken the trip, and RC Audio Sports is streaming the game for you. Here in attendance, we are going to honor our flag and nation by the playing of the national anthem, and we're going to stay right here so that you can do the same at home. And now for the starting lineups, the Harlandale Indians visiting team, of course, will be introduced to start off with. And we'll start with number 1, Santiago Farias. We'll go in numerical order. Number 2, Jeremiah Rodriguez. 11, almost 12 points per game. And we're on to number 3, Derek Maltos will also start. Senior guard. Number 10, Ethan De La Rosa. Almost 18 points a game for Ethan. And Braylon Tovar, senior center, scoring 8 points a game and rebounding almost 8 rebounds per game. So those are pretty good numbers for Braylon Tovar. Now the Southwest Dragons. The only senior on the roster. Where's number 0? Austin Diggs. Number 4 is Nico Martinez. Javon Means, where's number 12, a junior guard. Elijah Summers, RC Audio Sports preseason Reader's Choice MVP for 28-5A boys basketball. And finally, number 22, sophomore guard, Isaiah Logan. The Dragons are coached by Coach Danny Stewart. He's assisted by Joyce Sanchez, Taylor Medina, and Nathaniel Weiss. The Harlandale Indians head coach is Eric De Los Santos. He's a Harlandale High School product. Wore the maroon and gold on the basketball court, on the baseball field, and on the football field while he was a student there, class of 2002. David Garces is an assistant, and Coach Heil also is an assistant for the boys basketball program, sitting on the bench there with Coach De Los Santos. Again, we thank you for joining us here on RC Audio Sports YouTube. It's a Tuesday night match of the game. It's high on our interest-ometer. 2 3-1 teams here playing in the first round of district play. It's not New Year's Eve anymore, but we would expect some fireworks to go off here tonight as well. These are 2 quality teams with a rich tradition of success and kind of have spoiled their fan bases a little bit with their postseason appearances. The tip will go to Southwest, and it'll be Isaiah Logan who will bring the ball up court. Santiago Farias will draw the defensive assignment. Man defense for for the Indians. And number 4 springs loose from the wing for the Southwest Dragons. That's Nico Martinez. First blood drawn here by the Southwest Dragons. A nice three-pointer off of his screen. Nico Martinez and Farias will lose the ball. It'll be Austin Diggs who's going to strip him. A lot of deflection, tip. And Santiago Frias thought that might have gone off of Isaiah Logan. The official disagrees. Southwest will inbound at midcourt. Man defense for the Indians. You're going to see that 90% of the time here. They can switch. Of course, they can switch, but you can see a lot of man defense when you watch the Indians play. Austin Diggs on the cut was going to go out of bounds. We'll throw that one in against Derek Maltos, so the Dragons will inbound under their own basket. Man defense on an inbound requires a lot of strategy there. You don't want to get screened away. Javon Means takes it to the bucket, draws some iron, and Elijah Summers puts it back up. He will miss the putback, and the Dragons take another shot and another shot. They will miss all of their putback attempts. Austin Diggs will tie that one up, and the arrow points to the Indians. So 4 opportunities, 3 of those at point-blank range for the Southwest Dragons, and they come up empty. Santiago Farias will take it to the, he's going to back up now off to it's Ethan De La Rosa from the wing himself. And Ethan, who is averaging 18 points per game, gets one early off of the wing. Nice little jumpers. Javon Means, about a 5-foot jumper against good defense there, but it's going to go in. And the Dragons reclaim the lead early, 5-3. Ethan again from the near wing. This time that's going to rim out, and Diggs will come up with the board right over to Isaiah Logan, the quarterback for this team. Quarterback for the basketball team, point guard. Nico Martinez is going to get that one into Summers, and Summers is going to get stripped. Ethan comes out of the pileup with the ball in the coast to coast. Ethan De La Rosa scores his 5th point, the 5th point for the Harlandale Indians. Ethan is the leading scorer for the Harlandale Indians, and a good chunk of his points do come off of live ball turnovers and steals. Jeremiah Rodriguez up with the ball, and we got a baseline runner and a whistle. The ball will rim out. Maltos will challenge Isaiah Logan, and that will be the first foul of the evening. Derek Maltos shooting 56% at the free throw line. Will miss the first one, so the best he can do on this trip is 50%. And he gets that. Quickly down the court are the Dragons. Isaiah Logan on the baseline will kick out to Summers, and Summers, as we've seen him play in the paint, now on the perimeter. As we said before the game, he can play in both of those spots. Very versatile is Elijah Summers' game. Javon Means is going to challenge Ethan De La Rosa. Ethan will get called for a hold. Ethan appealing to the official, saying that Javon was pushing off, but I don't think he's going to change the official's mind. The foul will rest on Ethan's score line, so 1 team foul apiece for the Indians and the Dragons. Inside, Braylon Tovar with the steal. I think Austin Diggs was the target of that pass. Near corner, Farias is going to penetrate, and he will be fouled, and that will be the 2nd personal foul for Isaiah Logan. Isaiah Logan draws his 2nd foul, the 2nd team foul for the Dragons. Still almost 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. And Santiago Farias will hit his first free throw. He's shooting 58% from the free throw line so far this season. So he's guaranteed at least 50% here on this trip. but he will get 100. So the Indians open up an early 8-5 lead in the first quarter. Playing man still challenging the dribble way out away from the bucket. Means baseline penetration, and then we'll kick that one out. It's number 4, Nico Martinez, who can score. Nice little jumper, about a 15-foot jumper from the far wing for Nico. Jeremiah Rodriguez is going to draw a lot of attention. A double team, he's going to dribble out of it. Braylon gets the ball inside. He's going to go up and around. He'll get fouled on the shot. He's got 2 shots coming. And the scoreboard is not showing the athlete who is called for the foul, but the best I could ascertain from the fingers on the official there, I think that one went against Elijah Summers. 3rd team foul. That's the important part here. With 4 minutes left to go, the 5th team foul, of course, will put you in a bonus, and you'll be shooting 2 shots on every whistle. Jonathan Gomez tries to turn the corner on Farias. Farias will deny that. Pressure, gets a count, 3 count. 4, and waiting for a call. Still didn't see a foul indication, but the whistle, I thought it was going to be really close to a 5 count there. I think that one went against Farias, but the scoreboard still shows 1 team foul. Diggs will stubbornly get to the basket, but come up empty, and here come the Indians. Jeremiah Rodriguez will come across. Braylon gets a pass in the lane. Ethan out there on the far corner. He'll 360 back to Braylon, and Braylon will get the ball stripped. Jonathan Gomez comes out. Javon Means on the far corner looking for a guard, and overthrown. Ball tossed back. Here come the Indians on a run. Ethan off the square and in. Give the assist to Derek Maltos, and the Indians 11 points already here in the first quarter. Nico Martinez will put that one up. Summers will miss another point blank, and Braylon Tovar will clear the rim for the Indians. Far wing, and a 3 for Jeremiah Rodriguez. Ethan De La Rosa drew some attention there, defensive attention, as it looked like he was going to dribble into the lane. He kicked back out and got the assist. Javon Means with a nice board. Summers, that's got to go. Yes, it does. Nice assist. That's Javon Means, who found Summers all alone in the paint. Farias will cross and back up. Finds a better shot on the other side. Far corner, Derek Maltos a little bit long with that one. Summers from the perimeter decides to give that one back to Jonathan Gomez, who scores that at 3. And just like that, the Dragons back within 2. 14-12 is the score here in the early going. Ethan will split the defense. Almost turns that one over. Gets that one over to Farias, near wing, open shot, miss, and a long rebound to the Dragons. Gomez will get stripped, and Farias, I beg your pardon, that was Jeremiah Rodriguez. Looked like he had a clear path to the basket, but Nico Martinez had another idea. He said, I can still play defense, and got that one, stripped that one from Jeremiah before he could get that shot up. We've got some subs here in the early going. Julian Ramos comes in for the Indians. For the Dragons, number 11 is Apollo Lewis. Number 10 is Carlos Griffin. We'll catch up to those in just a minute. Braylon over the top there to Royal Strickland, who also just entered the game for the Dragons. Coach Stewart, his rotation is deep. He's got 5 on the court. He's got 6 on the bench, and I'm going to give you odds that all 11 are going to get in the ball game today. A steal, Farias out alone, and again the Dragons will strip. It's Jonathan Gomez playing some nice defense, and the Dragons have denied a couple of Harlandale Indian breakaway baskets. Frias will step out to inbounds from under his basket. Ethan gets his first look, and eventually the ball will come in to Caden Stafford. Caden Stafford, a freshman on this varsity squad. Braylon at the block, kicks out. Jaden Martinez back to Caden, and then Farias on the far corner. Man defense for the Dragons now. Farias is going to pop that one, no good. Out of will rim out, and the Dragons will run. Carlos Griffin off the square. Coach De Los Santos wanted a charge there. Not going to get it. Nice basket, Carlos Griffin. Good body control. 14-14 as we run down the last minute here in the first quarter. Behind the back, Farias goes. Far corner. Braylon's not going to take that one. Caden Stafford from the wing. He's good. Caden Stafford, a freshman, averaging 2 points per game. Just got 3, so he's above his average already. Royal Strickland near corner. No good. Carlos Griffin with a board and the putback, and that's going to go in. "20 seconds and counting here on the in the first quarter for the Indians and Dragons. Julian Ramos is going to put the ball on the floor, and then that's going to come back to Caden Stafford. Back over to Farias. We'll take a look at the clock, and under 5 seconds now. Farias is going to cross. He's going to step into the paint. A lot of steps, no whistle. Ethan scores it, but don't count it. The official says that was after the buzzer. One more pass than the Indians needed on that possession, so they don't get an opportunity at that last shot. We played a quarter here at Southwest High School in the Dragons' Den. The Harlandale Indians up 17-16. Don't go away.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez & Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez & Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210-337-1111.
And we're back at the Dragons' Den at Southwest High School. We thought this would be a good one, and boy, it didn't take Nostradamus to figure that out. The Harlandale Indians and Southwest Dragons never disappoint. 17-16, the Indians are up in the first quarter. It's been back and forth, tied for a little bit. I don't think that the Dragons have led in the first quarter, but it's been close throughout. So here we go in the second quarter, and for the Dragons, Jonathan Gomez will run the point. Again, he'll drive the baseline, a running jumper, nothing but nylon for Gomez. So the Dragons now will take a lead. We'll know that for sure. Now the Dragons have taken a lead. Jeremiah Rodriguez near corner, 4-3, rims out. Braylon goes up, fights hard for it. He's going to get that one. Came one rebound shy of a double-double in his last contest. He's fighting. Here we got a whistle. And that will be against Southwest. I believe that Carlos Griffin is going to be called for that. No, I beg your pardon. Number 5, Royal Strickland is going to be called for that foul. So we reset the team fouls every quarter. First team foul for the Dragons. Julian Ramos hands it off to Jeremiah Rodriguez, who will run the point guard duties here for a while. Dribble penetration all the way across near corner. Julian Ramos, nylon. So with the 3, the Indians will retake the lead. Indians had a 5-point lead early on, but it's been close for most of the going. from the far corner, off the mark just a little bit. Nico Martinez was. The Indians have numbers, and we're going to dish that one off to Jaden Martinez, who gets fouled on the shot. So the Dragons playing some really nice, or playing some intense defense at the basket, but getting called for a few fouls there. That's a third foul that I can recall right there at the basket. For the Indians, junior guard Jaden Martinez is at the line. 2 shots coming. Well, this was an and one. I beg your pardon. He made the bucket, and so that was an and one opportunity. That's the only time you take one free throw anymore. There are no more 1-and-1s in high school basketball. Bonus will give you 2 shots. The shooting foul will give you 2 shots. You get 1 shot after you've made a basket, which was the case there for Jaden Martinez. The Indians up by 4, 22-18. Jonathan Gomez is going to turn the ball over. The Indians are running. They've got numbers again, way on up and over. Julian Ramos near corner, nothing but nylon for Julian Ramos. 7-point lead now after the Dragons made the first basket of the second quarter and took the lead for a very short time. Juan Pastrano and the Indians again with another steal. Julian Ramos won't get to run the break here. Stepped out of bounds, and the Dragons will inbounds. Coach Eric De Los Santos, kudos to Julian Ramos, who had a good insertion there in his minutes of play. I'm sure the plus minus while he was in there is pretty high. Jonathan Gomez and Apollo Lewis going back and forth. Apollo Lewis, a give and go to Jonathan Gomez. Great cut, great pass, and Gomez will convert. Far corner for the Indians. Oh my goodness. Derek Maltos just inside that corner will hit it. He shot that from behind the backboard, and Apollo Lewis is going to try to answer. There's a foul on the rebound against the Dragons. And that one is going to go to number 10, who's on the court, Carlos Griffin. That's the third team, and foul for the Dragons. Elijah Summers will come back in. The Dragons trailing by 8 with 5.5 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Braylon at the elbow. He's going to 360 against Summers, and he's going to put that one up. Summers contested, but really no answer. Braylon with the basket, and the Indians with a 10-point lead. Strickland will swing that one around. Jonathan Gomez, Apollo Lewis from the wing over here, and he'll miss as it rims out. Derek Maltos is going to take it to the bucket. A little bit out of control. Summers will clear the board, and here come the Dragons. Pastrano from the wing. Summers will get the board. Pastrano's going to get another look. Shot fake to the basket. Square and good. Jeremiah Rodriguez was set on the far sideline. Braylon to get at the elbow. That's going to... Braylon's going to get called for a charge. Second team foul against the Indians as Jaden Martinez will step out and Ethan De La Rosa will come back into the game for the Indians. Not a whole lot of backcourt pressure for the Harlandale Indian defense. Oh boy, Ethan De La Rosa steps into the passing lane. 3-on-1. Can they convert? He's going to take it himself. He's going to get fouled. Apollo Lewis will challenge and foul on the shot, and Ethan will go back to the line. An 81% free throw shooter Ethan is. No jinx. He's just about an automatic. converts on the first of 2 free throws. Ethan does. Gives the Indians a 9-point cushion. And we'll miss the second one. Not a whole lot of rotation off the back of the rim. And all the way quickly down court. Nice footwork. Jonathan Gomez frees himself and gets it off the square. Gomez again will bat that one away. And the Dragons are running. Royal Strickland will get that one to Gomez. 4 straight points for the Dragons. 4 straight points for Gomez. Got a timeout on the floor. Gives us an opportunity to visit with you about Mac Hake, Southway Ford, David Benavides, Anthony Martinez. Are there waiting for you, helping you to. They're ready to help you with your purchase of a new or a pre-owned vehicle and get the best value for your trade-in. Mac Hake, Southway Ford, located right in the heart of Southside on IH-35 between Zarzamora and Highway 16. Call them up. Got a timeout with 3 minutes and 53 seconds left to play. You are watching high school boys basketball tonight on RC Audio Sports YouTube channel. You have found us, obviously. You're here. While you're here, subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell icon so you are notified every time that we go live. For the rest of basketball season, every Tuesday and Friday night, we're going to give you the best matchup that we can find in 28-5A tonight. It's right here at the Dragons Den, the Harlandale Indians visiting Southwest. Oh, a backdoor cut, and that was Jeremiah Rodriguez to the bucket, challenged by Jonathan Gomez. Jonathan Gomez fouls him on the shot, count the bucket. Rodriguez at the line for an and one opportunity. Nothing but nylon on that. Jeremiah Rodriguez, a 3-point play, the hard way, the old school way. And for the Southwest Dragons, Isaiah Logan back in the ballgame. Isaiah Logan was handling the point guard duties when he was last in. It looks like he will resume that chore. Token pressure in the backcourt. Logan will keep the pressure alive, create some space for himself. He does have a count going, and he'll get stripped. Again, the Indians have had quite a few numbers out in front. Trying to get a number of the shooter. I believe that was number 23 for Harlandale, Caden Stafford. Caden Stafford's got a pretty nice vertical as well. That didn't need to use much of it on that shot, but he's a freshman. He's a lot of athletic ability. Apollo, backdoor cut. He's going to get fouled on his shot, and he's going to make his. Caden Stafford will foul him. He tried to get vertical there, but a lot of body contact, and you heard the whistle. So 28-36, and Lewis is at the line. I'm going to guess that there are some people in Kentucky hoping that he makes that free throw, and he certainly did. Javon Means back in for Rowan Pastrano. Jeremiah Rodriguez will cross. He's going to get into the paint, and the ball will get tied up. The official has 2 thumbs up, and I don't think he's an Aggie, so that probably means a tie-up. No indication, anyway, that he's an Aggie. Arrow points to the Indians. Farias will inbound. Jeremiah Rodriguez at the far corner, well defended, will cross. Baseline penetration, and did the Dragons touch that? Yes, they did. As Ethan De La Rosa kind of pulled away, you had a pretty good angle there, assuming that he saw one of the Dragons touch the ball. Farias again will inbound. It'll be Rodriguez who will get it at the near wing. Ethan De La Rosa puts the ball on the court. He's going to penetrate. He's going to go all the way to the bucket. Kicked out. Derek Maltos, a lot of rim. We hit the infrastructure, so that will go the other way. The Dragons in possession of the basketball, trailing by 7. Logan back at the point guard. Lewis from the far wing, and he will get fouled on a three-point shot. The shot didn't go, so Apollo's got 3 shots coming. A sophomore guard, Apollo Lewis is. 81% free throw shooter himself. The Southwest Dragons, as we were saying before our stream, or at the beginning of our stream, maybe a little bit ahead of schedule. They've got 1 senior on the team. It's Austin Diggs. The rest of the squad, all juniors and sophomores. And I'm going to count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 sophomores that contribute. And Coach Stewart, he's got an 11-man bench, and he's going to get all 11 in the game. He's got a deep rotation. Apollo Lewis good for all 3 of those, so he will close the deficit to 4. Dragons trailing by 4, 32-36. Farias, a lot of contact. And, Logan may have gotten away with 1, but the second hold he's going to get called for. And, again, they're not showing the fouls up on the board, but I believe that's Logan's 3rd personal foul. 15 fouls, so every whistle now against the Dragons is going to send the Indians to the line for 2 free throws. That was an early in into the bonus. In and out for Santiago Farias, a 58% free throw shooter. Logan will go back to the bench, and we've probably seen the last of him in the first half. Caden Stafford back in the game for the Indians. And Farias is good for 1 of 2. Paulo Lewis is going to hand that one off pretty quickly to Jonathan Gomez, who's been handling point guard when... Oh, another strip for the Indians. We've got somebody out in front. Derek Maltos near corner, off the rim, a little bit long. Ethan gets the board, off the square, no good. Gets his own board, puts it back. Count it. 2 rebounds and a basket for Ethan De La Rosa. On that trip down for the Harlandale Indians, a 7-point lead. We're under 2 minutes. Apollo had to get his balance. Oh my God, what a shot. Lewis! Wasn't the best pass. He had to reach down and get it and regain his balance. And far corner, he nailed it. 35-39. Big shot for the Dragons. Baseline runner, and Farias is going to go off the glass and good. Boy, Strickland, hot hand for Apollo Lewis. They put the ball back in his hand. Elijah Summers with a turnaround jumper, short, no good. The Indians will clear. Farias will cross on Javon Means, and the ball will go up short. Apollo Lewis with a good board. He's going to run. He's got numbers. Out to Javon. Javon will convert. Nice pass. Apollo Lewis scoring and dishing. Doing it all for the Southwest Dragons. He's a sophomore. Oh, my goodness, Jeremiah Rodriguez. He looked like he was going to pass that one out to Derek Maltos. He kept it himself. Euro stepped it into the basket and scored. Jonathan Gomez going to slow things down just a little bit. Puts the ball on the floor. Javon Means at the wing. Summers wants it. Stafford did a good job of denying him. Summers asking for the ball. The Dragons just not able to deliver. There it is. Back out to Apollo. He's been hot. Heat check. A little bit long. No good. Stafford with the board. And Javon Means will end up with the loose ball. He's going to put that one up and score it for Javon Means. Stafford, a couple of mistakes there in the final 10 seconds. Let the ball get stripped. Got a little loose with the basketball underneath the basket. Javon Means taking advantage of that. Gets the strip and the putback and the foul. So a chance for a three-point play here for Javon Means and the Dragons. 43-39 is the score. Means can close that to a three-point deficit. And it's long. He gets his own board. No good. The Indians sleeping there just a little bit. I think they were expecting 2 shots and a whistle. Against the Dragons, the Indians in the bonus, so we're going to go a long way. I believe that was Apollo Lewis who was called for the foul, and Another little bit of a strategical error, maybe a mental error there for Paul Lewis, fouling 90 feet away from the bucket with less than a second to play. So Derek Maltos will go to the line. He's got 2 shots, 0.2 seconds on the board. He's going to miss that first one. So that diminishes the cost of that late foul. Maltos back at the line, 56% free throw shooter. He hits that one, 0.2. Not much you can do with that. The buzzer, no shot. And the boys will go to the dressing rooms. The Harlandale Indians leading 44-39. We've got a good one here from the Dragon's Den on the campus of Southwest High School. We're at halftime. We'll be back.
Ready! Set! Go!
It's a bad idea to run a foot race against these guys, just like it's a bad idea to go up against the billion-dollar auto insurance industry all alone.
Hire Martinez and Associates. With us, it's personal.
I'm Casey Habe. I teach here at Southwest High School. I teach Advanced Animal Science, On-Ramps Chemistry 2, and Chemistry Honors. This is my 29th year in education and my 20th year here at Southwest, and I am also the Science Department Chair. My goals for this school year are to have my students leave the class hopefully a little smarter, a little happier. I care less about the content and more about their well-beings 95% of the time. I do want them to learn the science, but my goal is to always just make this a safe, happy place. And what I have figured out from that is that they end up learning quite a bit by having that environment. So that's my goal. My favorite thing about teaching high school is just the students in general. I love watching them grow, and I realize you can see that in elementary schools and middle schools as well. But just to turn into the young adults that they are and the maturity level, to see that from sophomores to seniors is just amazing. And just little adults that watching them expand and grow and turn into these amazing people. That's what I love about it. When my students leave my class, I want them to feel accomplished. I want them to feel competent. And even if the concept was a little difficult to grasp, I want them to feel like they have success in something. So I try to make every day end it on a positive note. I tell them, have a great day every day when they leave. And like I said, I care less about content and more about their well-beings. And I end up getting success in the content. The advice I would give my students to be successful is patience and courage to try. We learn more from our mistakes than we learn from something we already know, because you're not going to learn anything from that. And so step out of your comfort zone and do something that challenges you, and try to find little small successes. In order to connect with my students, I think it's important to get to know them and their interests and really build a connection between them. I try to incorporate a lot of their heritage and a lot of their interests and things into my analogies in class. I use a lot of analogies, and I have to get to know them in order to do that. And by doing that, they feel very connected to the class and they feel part of a community. And then again, my content, they will understand my content when they feel safe, secure, all of those things. I think the key to being a successful teacher in today's society is patience. You have to have patience, understanding, and I go back to content is the least important. Chemistry at the end of the day is not as important as making sure that they are successful in something. So I think the challenges are just patience and just kind of understanding them. I am Casey Habe, and we are Southwest.
Join the legacy today and become a teacher for Harlandale ISD. Here at Harlandale, we offer many benefits for you and your family, competitive pay, and a starting salary for teachers of $58,000. We offer teacher stipends for teaching bilingual classes, coaching, special education, and more. Here at Harlandale, we are inspiring our students to be the change. Join us today and make a difference tomorrow. Apply now at harlandale.net/apply.
¿Has estado en un choque? Es ilegal que un abogado se ponga en contacto contigo primero. Si el tubo lo hiciera, podría arruinar su caso. No confíes en abogados que rompen la ley. Martínez y Asociados, elegido como el mejor bufete de abogados de San Antonio durante 3 años, después de haber estado en un choque. Ve con alguien en quien puedas confiar. Llama a Martínez y Asociados. Con nosotros es personal.
Llame al 210-337-1111.
I have worked for Harlandale for 9 years. What makes my job special is knowing that the kids are getting a healthy and good meal to get them through the day. My kids come here. I have a 7th grader and an 11th grader, and my daughter graduated from McCullum High School in 2018.
Join Harlandale ISD cafeteria staff and be a crucial part of nourishing young minds. Apply today at harlandale.net/apply.
Come be a part of the Harlandale legacy.
When you're hit by a motor vehicle, there's nobody that tells you that there's most likely going to be a billion-dollar insurance company protecting the driver that just hit you. It's a mistake to play in traffic, just like it's a mistake to go against an auto insurance company all alone. When you get into a car crash, don't fight the billion-dollar auto insurance companies alone. If you've been injured in a car crash, call Martinez and Associates today at 210-337-1111.
And we're back at the Southwest Dragon's Den here on the campus of Southwest High School. The Harlandale Indians holding on to a 44-39 lead at halftime as the boys are in the dressing rooms. It gives us an opportunity to visit with you about Presidio Concrete. Hector Gonzalez, Dre Gutierrez, in business for 5 short years, but boy, what a reputation they have built. They were a part of the gorilla enclosure at the San Antonio Zoo, that project, the concrete work in that project. They worked with Jetson ISD at the stadium at Veterans Memorial. They can do it all. In 5 years, they're known across town, but they do work on residential projects as well. If anything, if you've got a project that has concrete included in it, Presidio Concrete, Hector Gonzalez, Dre Gutierrez, they'll take care of it. You'll be satisfied. And Yvette Deas on our sponsorship team this year. We so proud to have her on the team. You know that Medicare has specific enrollment periods each year, and you can learn how Medicare works, what options are available to you, and when you can make changes. When you call Yvette Deas and ask her some questions that you may have about Medicare, one thing that I learned is that from January 1st to March 31st, individuals already enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan can have a one-time opportunity to make a change in the year. If you're not happy with the policy that you ended up with this year, if maybe you've made a visit already to the doctor and didn't like the co-payment, or something was a little bit different from what you expected, it's not too late to make that one-time change. Call Yvette Deas and see if she can help you through that process. Then 7 Cents Media, the Castros, whether you know them or not, you do. The Castros, we collaborate with them. Sebastian Castro, Isaiah Castro, Rissa Castro. We collaborate with them a lot during football season. The camera work, you have enjoyed their professional production or camera work for many of our streams. But if you've got a podcast or documentary, a music video, maybe a big event that you want videographed, and maybe you want it streamed as well, 7 Cents Media, find them. They'll help you. Tonight, the team is me, Robert Villafranca. I'm bringing you play-by-play. I hope you are enjoying that. The production table is Cesar Mendez. He's at the control box, and at the camera is Reese Hernandez-Robinson. An excellent cameraman he is, and we're glad to have that team and to bring that team to you there at home. 44-39, the Harlandale Indians are leading the Southwest Dragons. Both of these teams 3-1 in district play. It's a very, very competitive district. For the Southwest Dragons, as we said earlier, their one loss to John Jay, who's undefeated in district, was a 1-point loss. The Harlandale Indians, one of their wins, they started district play with a win against MacArthur and needed 2 overtimes to get that one settled. And it's a very, very competitive district tonight. This was our interestometer game of the night, and we are glad that we chose it. It's a good one. We're glad that you're here with us. 44-39, and we're off into the third quarter now. Austin Diggs will hold the ball for just a little bit. Elijah Summers into the elbow, off to Austin. Austin with a turnaround jumper, and that will fall awry. Farias will chase it down and unable to control. The official says it's off of him, so the Southwest Dragons will get another opportunity on the offensive side of the court. Javon Means inbounds and gets it right back. Jonathan Gomez back to Means. Means to Summers. Hands it off. Summers cannot convert. Right there, point blank. He's having a tough night. Javon Means up, and Braylon Tovar will foul him in the act of shooting. So Means will go to the line now and get 2 shots. Javon Means off the mark on his first shot, a 53% free throw shooter. Means is for the season. Wardrobe adjustments before he gets the ball back from the official. And off the mark on both of those shots. You won't see that often from Means, a 50+% free throw shooter. The Indians escaped that foul, and a lot of contact. No whistle. 2 players down on the floor. Summers will deflect the pass. It was intended for Braylon Tovar, and the Indians will retain possession. Braylon in the paint against Summers, going hard, up and under, no good. Means with the board. Indians quickly back. So the Dragons do not have an opportunity to run, and Jonathan Gomez just across that timeline in time. The Means and back to Gomez for a reset. Derek Maltos drawing the defensive assignment on him. Goes up, off the glass, no good. Summers with the board, no good. And Braylon Tovar comes up with another big rebound. He had 9 rebounds in his game Saturday against the McCullum Cowboys. 1 rebound shy of a double-double. To the hole, no good. Gets his own board. He and Summers fight for it. The officials look at each other, and they point Harlandale's way. So Elijah Summers struggling this afternoon. Ethan De La Rosa will get his first touch of the second half. Keeps his dribble alive. He's going to go into the paint against Summers. Up and over, no good. The rebound comes down to Nico Martinez. Jonathan Gomez raced to the bucket, and he's going to draw a foul. That one will go against Ethan De La Rosa, and that'll be Harlandale's second team foul of the third quarter. Still no score, almost 2 minutes deep into the third quarter. Have the same score that we went into halftime with. Jonathan Gomez Jeremiah Rodriguez will play defense. Austin Diggs with a nice rebound. He's going to go out to the corner. Means off the glass. No good. Braylon will get the board. He goes to the floor, keeps his dribble alive. Derek Maltos, Ethan De La Rosa. He gets fouled, and in the bucket the ball goes. Well, I thought that was going to go in and out. 3. Jonathan Gomez called for that foul. Count the bucket, the official says. So Ethan De La Rosa back at the line for an and one opportunity. .81% free throw shooter nails that one. So a 3-point play, and the Indians get the first 3 points of the third quarter. The Dragons will throw that ball away just beyond the reach of Jonathan Gomez. And Isaiah Logan is coming back in. Coach Stewart says 3 fouls or not, you've got to go, quarterback. Needs the ball handling and the passing skills of Isaiah Logan. Coach Stewart, the Dragons can't afford to keep him on the bench much longer, but he does have 3 fouls, so he's going to have to be careful on defense. Santiago Farias, backdoor cut, and oh my goodness, Logan gets a call for the foul. That'll be foul number 4 against Isaiah Logan. He's going to have to come back to the bench. That one hurts for the Dragons. Isaiah Logan is the quarterback for this team, handles the point guard duties when he's in there, and he sets up the offense. So we've got to go to the second team quarterback. You never wanting to do that. Rodriguez off on his first free throw attempt. In for the Dragons is Royal Strickland and Carlos Griffin. Jonathan Gomez will move back to the point guard. He gets the ball on the far sideline. Was Farias, a lot of contact, and he's going to get called for that one. Coach De Los Santos puts his fingers to his head. You got to be smart. We can accept a foul here and there, but you got to be smart fouls. And not sure that one 30 feet away from the bucket was going to meet that designation. Another steal for the Indians, a look-away pass. Ethan De La Rosa off the square and in. That was Jeremiah Rodriguez with the dime and the assist. So just like that, 50-39, the Dragons yet to score in the third quarter. The Indians have scored 6. David Benavides, Anthony Martinez for Mac Hake Southway Ford on our sponsorship team this year. Glad to have them. We have some real experts in their fields on our team this year. If you're looking to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, you wanting to trade your vehicle in, Mac Hake Southway Ford, located in the heart of San Antonio on I-35 between Zarzamora and Highway 16. There are not 2 better people to help you through that process. David Benavides, Anthony Martinez, Mac Hakes Southway Ford. And when you go there, tell them that you heard about them on RC Audio Sports. So after the timeout, the Dragons have 94 feet to go. Gomez will rush that across the court and loses the handle there just a bit. Derek Maltos applying a lot of pressure, and the count goes to 4 before he gives that one a Means across the paint. Nico Martinez is no good, and again, point blank range, the Dragons just not able to convert on those putbacks. Number 5, Royal Strickland finally fouled. That was the 3rd opportunity for the Dragons to put that one back in. He missed his, but doesn't count as a miss because he was fouled in the act of shooting. He's got 2 coming. Nice form and good rotation for Royal, a 59% free throw shooter. So that right there is the first point for the Southwest Dragons in the third quarter, about 3 minutes deep into it. He'll miss on his second attempt, and Jeremiah Rodriguez will get the long board. The Indians will set. Off to Farias. Farias draws Nico Martinez on defense. He'll cross into the paint, give the ball away, and that is Jonathan Gomez with it. Near corner, Martinez in and out, and no good. The Indians running again. Rodriguez will pull that one out. Get some contact, no whistle. Ethan in front of Coach De Los Santos. Going to try to cross on the defender. Doesn't do it. He'll have to pick up his dribble. Farias. And he's being told, go the other way. Don't come here. Farias. Long pass. Rodriguez will run it down. And number 24 is Jaden Martinez in the paint. The Indians having a little bit more success on the point-blank shots here this evening. Nico Martinez, baseline runner. That's nothing but nylon. The Dragons could certainly use a little more of that. Jeremiah gets some defense near midcourt. Farias is going to take it into the lane, pull up and shoot. Lots of rim and good. Boy, that touched just about every part of the rim that you could possibly touch before it went in. A 12-point lead for the Harlandale Indians as we approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Means on the far corner. Carlos Griffin in the paint. He's going to fight. Put that one up off the square. No good. That gets batted away. Griffin gets another opportunity. He misses again. The Indians will bat that last shot by Royal Strickland. And again, the woes for the Dragons in the paint tonight. They're just incredible. They've had their chances, just have not been able to convert. Great rebounding, just unable to get those putbacks to fall. Strickland in the block at the block. 360. That one will go for Royal Strickland. Farias into the lane, fakes the pass. He's going to put that one up. He'll be fouled by Strickland on this side. Ethan De La Rosa was here at the corner, and Farias faked the pass to the perimeter and then took the bucket himself. He got fouled. So for the first time tonight, the Indians have more fouls in a quarter than the Dragons do. The Indians have 4, the Dragons have 3. Next foul against the Indians will put the Dragons in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. Harlandale still 2 Dragon fouls away from getting in the bonus themselves. Farias scores on his first free throw attempt, and for the Indians, Julian Ramos will re-enter. Comes in for Ethan. Ethan's going to get a little spell. I'm sure he's not going to spend a whole lot of time there on the bench. Quickly on the far sideline go the Dragons, and that's going to be nothing but nylon. Jonathan Gomez, just what the Dragons needed. Quick three-pointer. Rodriguez to the lane. The Indians not having the paint woes that the Dragons are. That one will go. 3 versus 3. Jonathan Gomez. Derek Maltos defending. Apollo, he's hit a few of those. Good form, flips that wrist, a little bit short. The Indians will contest down low on Griffin, and Farias will come away with it. He wants it all the way. He gets it stripped himself. That is Jonathan Gomez quickly to Griffin, and Griffin cannot convert. Jonathan Gomez will take the charge. Derek Maltos thought he had a good path, and Coach De Los Santos not agreeing with the call, but I'm going to say that from here at least, it looked like Jonathan Gomez had some good position and was set. Might have been a little bit deep, Coach De Los Santos on the far sideline. I really can't hear what he's saying, but yeah, he was certainly in position. Strickland near corner. Apollo to Gomez. Gomez is good for another. Back within 10, the Dragons are. Hard screen. And number 2, Jeremiah Rodriguez again, right to the bucket. Javon Means, far wing, a little bit long. Apollo Lewis fighting for the board. Everybody fighting for the board. Loose ball, Roy Strickland on the floor. Jeremiah Rodriguez on the floor. A tie-up. Arrow points to the Indians. 11-point lead. We're under a minute and a half. We're in the third quarter here at the Dragons Den. The Harlandale Indians and the Southwest Dragons both at 3-1 in district play. Somebody's going to get their second loss here tonight. Rodriguez will throw the ball away. Means off the mark. This time Strickland is able to get that put back in. Means had a pretty nice layup, and he could not convert. Across midcourt, the Dragons picking up their defense a little bit. But it looks like a zone press, a high pass, and Maltos cannot go up high enough to get that. Jaden Martinez will re-enter for Braylon Tovar. Has had a good game tonight. A 9-point lead the Indians have. The basketball the Dragons have. Under a minute to play. Jonathan Gomez. The Indians will bat the ball away. Lose for just a second. Apollo, lefty, near corner, scores it again. That's at least his third three-pointer. Apollo Lewis is hot. He's made some big threes here tonight. Dragons dialing up the pressure just a bit. We'll see if the Indians can answer. Farias will go to the bucket all by himself. Minimal pressure. He's going to take it and score. Dragons quickly. Javon Means back out to Gomez. Gomez to Apollo. Take another shot, Apollo. He does. Score it. Heat check. 4 threes for Apollo Lewis. Keeping the Dragons in the ballgame tonight. And at the buzzer, Farias will take a shot. 62-57, a 5-point lead, just about where we were at the beginning of the third quarter. We've got 8 minutes left to play here in the Dragon. We're between quarters. Gives me a chance to visit with you about Presidio Concrete. Hector Gonzalez, Dre Gutierrez. We've been telling you about them all season for 2 seasons. It's the second season as on our sponsorship team. If you've got work that requires concrete, whether it's a big job like a stadium in Judson ISD or if it's a patio in your backyard, that's the phone number that you need to call right there. Hector Gonzalez can and will take care of it along with his partner, Dre Gutierrez. Yvette Diaz on our sponsorship this team this year. We're super happy to have her. Are you turning 65 soon? Then you should be calling Yvette Diaz so that she can explain to you some of how Medicare works. Call her today. She can tell you about enrollment periods, about deadlines, about coverage options. That phone number needs to be on your to-do list if you are turning 65 soon. The enrollment period is over, but Yvette Diaz informed me, this is something I didn't know, that from January 1st to March 31st, you can still make a one-time annual change on your policy. If you're not exactly happy with the one that you have, maybe you were a little bit surprised when you went to the doctor and the co-payment was a little bit higher, the premium went up last year, you have to March 31st to make that one-time a year change on your policy. Yvette Diaz, another expert that we have on our sponsorship team. Very proud of the members of our sponsorship team. If you would like to join, you want to boost your brand and support your community and your athletes in your community, give us a call. We'd love to have you on our sponsorship team. Apollo Lewis puts the ball on the floor, and the Indians all over it. Can't come up. Apollo again, a little bit out of his range, if you can believe that. Indians will stay in a man-to-man defense. We've got Braylon Tovar is going to get called for a foul, and we're reset because it's a new quarter. So the first team foul of the quarter, Braylon will be called for that. Coach De Los Santos is going to send a sub in for Braylon. We don't have a count of the individuals' fouls. It's going to be Jaden Martinez that comes in. Thinking that his foul number is climbing a little bit for Eric, for Coach De Los Santos to make that quick sub. Elijah Summers at the block, cannot convert. Means brings down the board. Lot of defense, but somehow he finds a way to get it up on the glass, off the window, and good. Javon Means, the Dragons, with the first bucket of the fourth quarter. Deficit is now 3, and the Dragons in a 1-2-2. We've seen this. We've seen this defense a lot in past years. Apollo will pull up. Oh, it looked good. Just a little bit short. Quick rebound. The Dragons will not be able to set up in that full court or three-quarters court press. Baseline runner. Out to Derek Maltos. Nylon. Score it. Big answer for the Indians and Derek Maltos. Derek has easily surpassed his points per game scoring average. Oh, and the Indians come up with it out in front of Ethan. He's going to want it all by himself. Ethan's going to want to defend, and Ethan goes the Euro route. Up and under, step and good. 67-59. Oh, I forgot to adjust the, and I can do readouts also. Let me finish. Give me a readout. And we'll keep it right here. 7 Cents Media is on our sponsorship team this year. The Castros, Isaiah, Sebastian, Arissa. We've seen a lot of their work when we collaborate with them in the fall for football. We do some work with them in the spring as well. But if you've got a podcast, a documentary, a music video, a big event that you'd like videographed and you want it done professionally, 7 Cents Media can help you get that done. Professional production of video products. 7 Cents Media. After the timeout, the Dragons trailing by 8 after a couple of quick buckets by the Indians. Means will come out and take the pass. Apollo is going to get the ball stripped. Jeremiah Rodriguez after the strip. Oh, he's going to go. Apollo. An ill-advised foul on that will give Rodriguez an opportunity at a three-point play. Always a little bit frustrating there when you get the ball taken away and then you got to run the fast break down. And Apollo Lewis, still a sophomore. So the Indians back up by 10. Nico Martinez will re-enter the game. Nico can score as well. Apollo has been hot tonight. Rodriguez an opportunity at a three-point play. Cannot convert. Indians still up by 10, and a foul about 75 feet away from the bucket. That one won't be terribly costly as they're not in the bonus not in the bonus situation just yet. Entering the ballgame for the Indians is Eunices Sesto, a senior who is the quarterback on the Harlandale Indian football team. Big man in the middle, going to try to support the middle of the defense for the Indians. Javon Means cannot run down that pass. That was Nico Martinez who drew a double team and tried to deliver to Means, but nowhere in the vicinity. And Means says, pointing to himself, he says, that was on me too. Great teaming, showing some leadership there. Ethan, step, misses. Sesto fights for the board, can't get it. Here come the Dragons. Isaiah Logan back in the game. By my count, he's got 4 fouls. Now or never for Coach Stewart. Summers was the target of that pass, and that one will get deflected by Jaden Martinez. Ethan across the midcourt line. A lot of contact, no whistle. Game getting a little bit feisty. The officials letting the boys play. I think it's been a very well called game. Santiago Farias will go to the line. He is fouled. Logan is in the area, but it's not him who will be called. No, it is. It is. And that will be his 5th foul. He'll be disqualified. So we did not get a good look at Isaiah Logan, who is a big part of this Southwest Dragon team. You know, still only a sophomore, but boy, he's got some great handles and distributes the ball very, very well. Coach Stewart handcuffed a little bit by his foul trouble, and Logan just did not get on the floor much tonight. He won't be back. He's disqualified with his 5th foul. Rios will hit that first free throw. And Coach De Los Santos says sends Jaden Martinez to the front court to go play defense. Farias will miss his second attempt. Oh my goodness, Sesto will step in. He's got a steal. He's going to the bucket. Left-handed layup. Ulises Sesto, who just came into the game. He's a quarterback on the Harlandale Indian football team. They look like a defensive back there. The Dragons get it inside to Nico Martinez, uncontested, off the square and good. Still trailing by 11 as we approach the 4-minute mark of the 4th quarter. 1-2-2 press. The Indians will go to the middle of it. Ethan from the free throw line. No stop and jumper. He's good for that. 61-74 is the score. The Dragons now picking up the tempo just a little bit as the time is running out on them. Gomez going to the bucket. He's going to draw a foul. Farias will be called for that at the elbow. No shot. 3 team fouls for the Indians, 2 for the Dragons. Still a couple of whistles away from either team being in the bonus. And Braylon Tovar, good minutes by Ulises Sesto for Harlandale, and Eric offering a high five as he comes to the bench. Got to make your minutes count, and Ulises Sesto certainly did. And Braylon steps in. He's got a steal. He doesn't have numbers, but he's going back on the other side of it to the square, and good. 1-on-2. One-man fast break, Braylon Tovar. Oh, my goodness, what an answer. Nico Martinez from the near wing, and we got a timeout. Coach Stewart, I believe, has called it. That's the Southwest Dragons timeout. 76-64. I was on mute. No, you muted me? Okay, we are back here at the Southwest Dragons, the Dragon Den here at Southwest campus, trying to do some housekeeping here while we took a short break. The Harlandale Indians up 76-64 is the score. 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go. The Southwest Dragons, Coach Stewart, called a timeout to talk things over with a 12-point deficit. The Dragons have moved into a 1-2-2 zone. We have seen Coach Stewart, the Dragons, run that zone very successfully in years past. And he's got his young team ready to go on that, and trying to get some turnovers, trying to slow the Indians down enough to give them an opportunity to come back. Southwest and Harlandale both at 3-1 in district play. One of these two teams will get their second district loss here tonight. The Indians with a 12-point lead, but I can tell you this, we have seen bigger leads in this disappear. So after the timeout, Coach Stewart's going to go with a full court press. He's going to extend that 1-2-2 press all the way. It was a 3/4 court press. Now it is a, nope, and they're going to get the turnover and go. Austin Diggs. The Indians tried to deflect that off of a Dragon, but it did not go out of bounds. And a hold here. That was the Dragons will be called for a hold. Jonathan Gomez called for that. And again, it's not in the bonus just yet. 3 fouls apiece. So on the 5th foul, the team will be in the bonus. Ethan will get the inbounds right there near the corner. Doesn't draw the double team just yet. He's going to go back right to him. Across midcourt. Now he's drawing a double team. Going to drive that baseline all the way across. Indians are going to swing it. Jeremiah Rodriguez. All the corners are getting trapped. Braylon will be fouled on a Braylon will be fouled on the shot attempt. He's going to go to the line. Braylon Tovar, senior on this team, a 55% free throw shooter. The Indians are pretty good free throw shooters, as are the Southwest Dragons. And the fifth foul for number 3, Jonathan Gomez. So the second Southwest Dragon being disqualified on fouls. The Dragons now with 4 fouls. The next whistle against them will put the Indians at the bonus. And coming in for the Dragons is Rowan Pastrano. Two shots. Braylon Tovar was fouled in the act of shooting, so he's got 2 shots coming. No more 1-and-1s. That rule was done away with last year, so try to discourage the fouling that goes on at the end of a game to try to catch up. You don't get rewarded as much if you're giving 2 fouls. Ethan with a big board. The Dragons will strip him, and Austin Diggs will handle some point guard duties in the backcourt. Ethan was going to reach in and get called for a foul. Coach Dos Santos says we can dial that one down just a little bit. 4 team fouls apiece for the Dragons and the Indians. So the next whistle is going to put somebody in the bonus. For the Indians, number 22, Julian Ramos will come in. Ethan De La Rosa will take a break. Coach De Los Santos says, sit down right here by me. We're going to visit. You're going to go right back in. Nico, a jumper there. He's been good tonight when he gets his opportunity. About a 7-footer from the baseline. It's good. A lot of defense. Austin Diggs with another turnover, with another steal there as Farias again tried to bounce that ball off of his leg, and to no effect. Austin Diggs fouled in the act of shooting. He's going to go to the line, so an 8-point lead the Indians are sitting on. But 2 big turnovers have given the Dragons an opportunity to close it just a bit. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left to go as Diggs is at the line, and he's good for his first one. Austin Diggs, the only senior on this squad. Only senior on this squad. The Southwest Dragons, in my opinion, a little bit ahead of schedule here. Competing with sophomores and juniors. 1 senior on the squad. Graduated a bunch of athletes last year. Of course, made it to the regional semifinals, 3 rounds deep. Diggs good on both. Now a 6-point lead, and Ethan De La Rosa will come back in. Full court press for the Dragons. The Indians have had trouble with it. Trapped over there at the side. He's going to try to defect again. Austin Diggs again will come up with it, and he's fouled again. So at least three times that full court press has been effective for Southwest. And 3 times Austin Diggs has been the Dragon that ends up with the ball. Made 1 bucket on the second time that he ended up with the ball. Made 2 of his free throws. Now the 3rd time. Trailing by 6. Diggs can close that to 5, the senior. And he does. Four for 4. Last 4 free throws. The full court press will stay. Got Braylon down court. They're going to inbound here close. That's going to give him an opportunity to trap. Javon Means will get the foul there, and that's going to send Farias to the line. Now both teams now are going to be in the bonus from here on out. Every whistle is going to send a team to the line for 2 shots. Austin Diggs has been perfect on his last 4. Santiago Farias now shooting for the Indians. He's got 2 shots coming. Apollo Lewis at the scorer's table looking to come back in. Farias is good on his first one. Apollo Lewis has been deadly from the 3-point line, coming in for Javon Means. I'm sure the Indians will want to keep an eye on Lewis. He has hit 5 3-pointers. Farias good on 1 of 2. Gets his board off the rim. A circus shot and good. So a 3-point play the other way with a free throw and then a putback. Running jumper, no good. Diggs will get the board off the glass, no good. Braylon Tovar with the rebound, but the ball is loose. It's on the floor. Fighting for it. The referees will let him play. Diggs will miss that point blank. Braylon will send it over to Jeremiah Rodriguez. Jeremiah Rodriguez will think about it with a 7-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Swing that across to Braylon. Braylon up into the middle. Summers is going to put a lid on it. Jump ball. Arrow points to the Indians. Oh, that was a good call by the officials. Summers just put a lid on Braylon Tover's shot, and of course that was a tie-up. And the arrow pointing to the Indians. They'll inbound. Carlos Griffin back in for the Dragons. Jeremiah Rodriguez on the far sideline almost loses the ball all the way across to Derek Maltos. Maltos to Ethan. Ethan's going to get a double team. Fight through it. Indians keeping the ball on the perimeter. Ethan to the bucket. Square and good. Carlos Griffin thought about challenging it and felt like maybe Ethan was not in control enough to take that shot, but Ethan, good for it. Apollo taking a shot to lefty. Swish! Timeout. Dragons. 81-75, a minute and 22 seconds left to play. Here at the Dragons Den, you're watching a great one. We'll be right back.
You're gonna see me shine, 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 shine. Walking on beams of a light, 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 light.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez & Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez & Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210-337-1111.
And we bring them back. We have time to look at the standings before tonight's game. Southwest Legacy and John Jay undefeated on the boys' side, and Harlandale Southwest right behind them. This is the only game tonight between two top fours. Over on the girls' side, MacArthur is undefeated. McCullum has that one loss to them. And Southwest Legacy, to me, the boys and the girls are the surprise teams for me here in 28-5-8. Really overachieving, I think, from what I thought they might do this year. Across the timeline, Braylon puts the ball on the floor, hands it over to Ethan. Probably got a little better numbers. He's going to draw double. He's going to come out of it. The Dragons will fight. Ethan will push it to the corner. The Indians trying to eat some time off the clock, and will turn that one over instead. Austin Diggs to the near wing. Rowan Pastrana will miss that one. Martinez fighting for a shot. Javon Means, far corner, nylon. Count it. Dragons will call another timeout. 47. Oh man, this is a good one. 78-81. The Dragons have really fought back from a 12-point deficit. Scheduled tonight for the boys and girls. MacArthur and Jay playing tonight. We've got Harlandale Southwest here, of course. South San and Southside. It's that Southside Wind playing McCullum. And Southwest Legacy, who's out in front of the pack, has the night off. Over on the girls' side, it's Jay and MacArthur. Jay at MacArthur. McCullum at Wind, taking the trip to the border. The Cowboys are. Southwest and Harlandale are playing back at Harlandale High School. It's a Sylvia Cardenas Gymnasium. And Southside and South San. Neither one of those teams really can afford a loss tonight. They not exactly a bubble game, but they cannot afford a loss tonight. It's almost a must-win game for the girls. Soccer schedule tonight. First night of district play for soccer, and Jay and McCullum playing against each other. MacArthur and Harlandale, Southwest Legacy and Southside, Wynn and South San, and Southwest, who is the class of region, a heavy favorite to win the district. And last year made it to the state finals, lost the state championship last year. Southwest starts district the opening night off. So the Indians having a tough time breaking this 1-2-2 press, full court press. Struggled with it. Austin Diggs running the defensive point of that zone pressure. Inbound short, you're going to draw a double. Jeremiah Rodriguez, beg your pardon, Derek Maltos across the timeline to Jeremiah Farias. He's going to draw Nico Martinez, and Martinez is going to foul him. I wasn't sure if that was a Coach De Los Santos timeout or a foul. It's a foul. And going to the line is Santiago Farias, a 58% free throw shooter. He's been pretty solid tonight. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It is Coach De Los Santos of the Harlandale Indians who are going to call it. We're going to stay right here. 81-78 is the score. Coach De Los Santos is going to bring his team across. Coach Stewart will do all he can with this free timeout, if you will, trying to describe the situation coming out of this. 35 seconds after free throws. The Indians could be up by 3, 4, or 5, depending on how Santiago Farias performs on the free throw line. This coming Friday, we got another boys game. We will have John Jay at Harlandale. We'll have the John Jay Mustangs at Harlandale High School in the Sylvia Cardenas Gymnasium. Just recently named Sylvia Cardenas in tribute to the late Sylvia Cardenas, a Harlandale High School class of 1979, who just had just a stellar career as the volleyball coach there, and went way deeper than wins and losses. It made so many contributions to that community, and personally, I'm glad that the name was named for her. But we'll be at the Sylvia Cardenas Gymnasium on Friday. The Harlandale Indians will host the John Jay Mustangs, and regardless of the outcome of this game, that is going to be a big one. Farias at the line, 35 seconds left to play. The Indians with the 3-point lead. Front of the rim, no good. So the best the Indians can do after this trip to the line is a 4-point lead. If Farias can get this one, certainly an inhale and an exhale. Certainly can understand him feeling a little pressure on this shot. See if he can convert. That one will drain. So a 4-point lead as the Dragons will bring that one up court. Martinez will dribble down the sideline. Maltos will defend. Martinez taking a look. He picked it up. Apollo almost lost the ball. Diggs behind the back. He's going to find Means. Near corner, long shot. Griffin with the board. Oh, a foul on a 3-point attempt. So that's going to be Nikolai Martinez going to the line. The Dragons trailing by 4. Nick's got 3 shots coming. Nick Martinez, let's look at his numbers, a 68% free throw shooter. You can expect him to make 2 of these if the numbers hold up. Of course, under pressure, it's a little bit different. Martinez showing no signs of having pressure on that, nothing but nylon. Coach De Los Santos getting ready to send Unisys Sesto and Caden Stafford into the game after this next shot. I'm going to assume that is a rebounding move. A couple of big guys in there on the last shot. Coach De Los Santos wants to make sure he has the odds in his favor for a possession after this, should he miss. Jeremiah Rodriguez and Derek Maltos leaving for Sesto and Stafford. I'm going to assume a timeout to get them back in the game on the make or the Harlandale rebound. Nick Martinez can close this game to within 1 point. He's already hit 2 of the 3 that are given him. A miss. Means comes up with it. He'll be fouled. Javon Means with a big rebound for the Southwest Dragons, a 53% free throw shooter. He can tie the game here for Southwest if he gets these two shots. 14 seconds left to play. Coach De Los Santos will leave his lineup in there. It's two shots, no more 1-and-1. Means in and out, no good. And Coach De Los Santos will call a timeout. He's assured, given a rebound or the basket made here, he's assured to have the lead at the end of after one more shot. Of course, Dragons have done a great job of offensive rebounding. It's quite possible that Means can miss this one and the Dragons can get the board. So if nothing else, Coach De Los Santos visiting about rebounding position here and trying to assure himself a possession after this shot. The Southwest Dragons have been in a full court 1-2-2 press. It's been very effective for them, and they've really been able to close a 12-point deficit here in the fourth quarter with that zone. Austin Diggs was big on at least three of those defensive possessions, getting a steal, getting a basket, and then scoring four straight free throws when he was fouled on his shot after a steal on that full court press. So Austin Diggs has been a huge part of this Southwest Dragon rally. 14 seconds to go. Again, not going to take too much credit for calling this game. No surprise to anybody watching 28-5A that the Southwest Dragons and the Harlandale Indians were not going to disappoint. So Means back at the line, fixes his feet. He's missed his first shot. He can close to within one. And he will score that. Now another timeout that Coach De Los Santos knows the situation. He'll be up by one. 14 seconds left to play. I don't know that the Dragons are going to allow too much time off of the clock before they foul. Of course, they will be trying for the steal. They've been very successful getting possession of the ball on the inbounds on this with this full court pressure. But 14 seconds left to play. I'm going to say the Southwest Dragons will play defense, full court. They may not foul until the Indians show that they can get across the timeline in 10 seconds. But you can be assured of a lot of backcourt pressure here. I don't know if Coach Stewart's going to have the Dragons foul immediately to give himself a little bit more time. Of course, two free throws would give the Indians a 3-point lead at the best. It'd still be a one-possession game. So a couple of options for Coach Stewart on this defense. Of course, the best option is let's play defense and get a steal. That's the best option. If we don't get a steal, we're going to play defense. If you foul, you foul. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe have the Indians prove that they can get across midcourt, and then as soon as the Indians are across midcourt, I would imagine that a foul would be coming there. All right, looks not like 1-2-2 anymore. Looks like man press here, full court man press. That's a little bit different for the Dragons. So the Indians are going to have to inbound against man. Coach De Los Santos is going to stay with his plan. The ball goes up, gets passed out of bounds. And you can do that after a made basket. The Southwest Dragons fans up in arms there thought that that was going to be called out of bounds, but the inbounder was out of bounds. He passed it to another inbounder out of bounds. After a made basket, you can do that. Farias at the line, 8.7 seconds left to play, up by one, now up by two. Whether he makes this or not, it will be a one-possession ball game. Martinez has been hot. Apollo Lewis has been hot from the three-point line as well. The Indians will have to know where they are, and that's going to be a miss. So a 2-point lead for the Indians, 6 seconds. Here come the Dragons all the way to the bucket. No good. The ball out of bounds. The clock shows 0-0. The official's going to talk about it. The buzzer did not go off, but the clock shows 0-0. The officials pointed to the Dragons basketball. This is going to be a tough call. This one rests on judgment. No buzzer, but the scoreboard, as you can see, it 0.0 seconds. Going to the scorer's table, so I don't think the game is over. It's Harlandale ball regardless. It's Harlandale ball with 0.7 seconds left to play. I thought that initially that had been pointed in the direction of the Dragons, so that changes things just a bit. The Indians with a 2-point lead and a possession of the basketball. 0.7 seconds. The official coming back from the scorer's table to visit with the head official. So no made basket. You can't pass it to another teammate out of bounds. This one's got to come in bounds. That's inbounded. 0.7 runs off the clock. The Indians will win this one 83-81. What a game. Very well played basketball game. The Southwest Dragons and the Harlandale Indians. We thank you for joining us here tonight. We're going to try to get down there on the court to visit with Coach De Los Santos, visit with our player of the game. We'll let you know who that is. Come check us out on social media, RC Audio Sports, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Thank you for joining us, for Cesar Mendez, for Reese Hernandez-Robinson. Have a good night. We'll see you down the road.
Been in a crash? It's illegal for lawyers to contact you first. If yours did, it could ruin your case. Don't trust law firms that break the law. Choose Martinez & Associates, voted San Antonio's best law firm 3 years in a row. After you've been in a crash, go with the law firm you can trust. Call Martinez & Associates. With us, it's personal.
Call 210-337-1111. That's 210-337-1111.